Hi there and welcome at Smully Art. This week's video will be a little bit different. We're changing things up because I'm creating an illustration using nothing but these pencils and a blending stick. And if you would like to get some tips on how to create a cool illustration using nothing but pencils, well, keep watching the video, guys. I will share with you my 5 tips on how to draw with pencils. Now let's get to work. For this illustration, I wanted to go back to draw one of my favorite type of characters, cyberpunk girls. But this time I wanted to challenge myself to go for a more realistic style and really push myself to get the most out of these pencils. And to help you guys to improve as well, I wanted to share with you my 5 tips that will help you to become better at drawing with pencils. So let's kick off with tip number 1. Know your pencils. A pencil is a pencil, right? Well, when it comes to fine art pencils, the truth is quite the opposite. Graphite pencils for sketching and drawing are typically marked with an H or a B, or both. These abbreviations are used to indicate the hardness, H, or the blackness, B, of the pencil's graphite. So H pencils are hard and they leave less graphite on the paper. This means they are lighter. B pencils, on the other hand, are softer and leave more graphite on the paper, meaning they are darker. Sometimes you will see an F, and this means fine point. This is quite a hard pencil and is easy to keep sharp, but generally a bit too hard for general drawing. The higher the number on your H pencil, the harder the lead will be. This means that a 4H pencil is harder than a 2H, and therefore also lighter. The 9H pencil is typically the hardest and lightest graphite pencil available. An HB pencil falls in the middle of the scale. For drawing it's still reasonably hard. The more Bs, the softer a pencil is. This means that a 5B pencil is softer than a 2B pencil and the 5B will produce a darker mark. The 7B is the softest and darkest of the common pencils. There are even 8Bs and 9XXB pencils, and they are even softer and darker, of course. For this drawing my go-to pencils were a 2H, an HB, a 2B, a 4B and a 6B pencil. Tip number 2. Use reference. If you want to draw more realistic illustrations, it's a good idea to use reference pictures. For this illustration, I used the picture mostly for the pose and to get the lighting right. I changed her face and the angle of her head, and I added all the robotic parts. This is my preferred way to use reference, not just copying a picture, but using it to create something original and new. Tip number 3. Use enough contrast. First, I wanted to call this tip work from light to dark, but that's not always true. I would say I generally work from light to dark as this is the safe choice and will give you a lot of control. But there are moments that I like to put the darkest shades in first and branch out from there. This way you immediately know what the darkest and lightest value of your illustration will be. And I feel that this helps you to create images with a lot more contrast. You. Yes, you. Would you like to own a sticker or a print or a t-shirt or a coffee mug with my art on it? Well, from now on, that's possible. I opened a webshop on Redbubble. Redbubble is a global online marketplace for print-on-demand products based on user-submitted artwork. So I upload my art and they will print it for you on a wide range of cool products and gadgets. This way you can get yourself some original designs and support me as an artist at the same time. I've put a link in the description if you want to take a look, but you don't have to if you don't want to. I'm already very honored that you are here watching my video. And you can also support me for free by subscribing to my channel or just liking this video. Now back to making art. Tip number 4. Blend the graphite. You can achieve great results when gently shading with pencils, preferably using a circular motion, but you can even get a much more smoother result when you start blending the graphite. To do this there are different options. You can use your fingers, but I don't really like that technique because it's hard to control the result. Another option are blending sticks. These come in different sizes and will give you much more control, but you need to use them very gently as they tend to leave uneven smudges when you press too hard on the paper. A third option would be using a soft brush. This will give you the softest and smoothest result, but it takes a bit longer to get the result you need. For this illustration I will be using blending sticks. And last but not least, tip number 5. Your eraser is a drawing tool as well. Erasers are not only to get rid of a mistake, but they can be a great tool to enhance your illustrations. You can use them to lift some graphite off the paper in certain areas to create highlights, or even draw reflections in the hair of your character. There are different types of erasers. I like to use a kneaded eraser because I can shape it to get the best result. But I also like to use my Staedler Mars eraser when I need sharper lines. Okay guys, I hope these tips were useful and that this video inspired you to have a go at drawing with pencils as well. I'm excited to see all of your results. Well, that's it for this week's video. I hope you guys like my drawing using nothing but pencils, and would you like me to do more of these type of illustrations? Let me know in the comment section. And if you liked the video guys, why not hit the like button, subscribe if you aren't already, and hit the bell to be notified when I put out new videos. It's every Friday, a great way to start the weekend. And if you want to help me in this channel even more, please share this content on all your social media platforms, it would help a lot. I wish you all a great weekend my friends, we will see each other again next Friday. Bye!